Hello, we are QS Consultant team from YSA QS Consult, and we are going to present on the preliminary estimate and tender report for 210 unit apartment. And I'm going to present on the changes of specification. Client requests to increase the aesthetic value of the living room. So the original tile of porcelain tiles at rate of 102 changed to Iranian marble at rate of 357, which is 3.5 times of the original tiles. Next, the living room had an increase of 200 meters square, which is requested by the client. And next is the bedroom area, which is from 1002 to 1000, which is a reduction of 200 meters square. And it is also requested by the client of the changes of the finishes of the bedroom, which is 300 times 300 ceramic tiles at rate of 63 to 200 times 200 ceramic tiles at rate of 55. So in order to get the final elemental cost, we take the original elemental cost to emit the original finishes and add in the new finishes to get the final elemental cost. And we round up to the nearest thousand, which is 8,875,000. And next, item 2, which is window. As suggested by mechanical and electrical engineer, in order to achieve the GPI point, all external glazing should be changed to low E tempered glass. So as you can see here, all external glazing covered at 1,500 meters square, and the original tempered glass at a rate of 330 changed to 6 mm thick low E glass at rate of 1,200 meters square. So in order to get the final elemental cost for window, we omit away the original window and add in the new window rate, which come out to be 10,640,000.
From the prelim number 2, I have adjusted the cost of window per meter square from 65 ringgit 23 cent to 230 ringgit 88 cent, which means the result in increment of 7.4 million in total. For internal floor finishes, I had made the adjustment for the cost per meter square, which is from 91 ringgit 92 cent to 178 ringgit 40 cent, which means the additional cost is around 4.3 million in total. The adjustment of cost is based on the changes of specification done previously. After the addition, the total estimated cost has increased from 119 million to 131 million, which is increased in 11.7 million. After I have discussed with my superior, he has commented on the overall costing is still slightly higher. So I have determined some of the potential items that can be reduced without the major impact to the design and maintain all the specification. I have adjusted the original 15% of preliminary item to 8%, while 8% of contingency sum to 5% of subtotal of construction cost. Okay, for the preliminary cost, it is normally in range of 8% to 15% of overall construction cost. So, its actual amount are influenced by building type, size, and length of contract period. Normally, 8% of preliminary shall be sufficient to this project. For contingency sum, 5% to 10% of the overall construction cost shall be sufficient for the overall construction cost. It includes directly in the project budget. So, contingency sum should not be created by reducing the project budget by 5% to 10%, but should be an additional amount that used to ensure that all desired scope is covered. Normally, it is possible to reduce the approximate 8% of contingency amount to 5%. That shall be sufficient to particular project. This is our preliminary estimate number 2, which is finalized, and our final estimated cost is around 122 million.
So it's our turn to present the cost comparison between the YSA and the Acer Sdn Bhd. So we are here to focus mainly on the price difference and the comment on Acer's pricing on the highlighted items, which has a significant impact towards the cost.
And in this slide, we're going to discuss the total estimated cost taken from the tender submitted by Acer, which is 140 million, and ours is 121 million. So after the review of all the costs, the general pricing appeared to be close to our preliminary estimate number 2. However, the tender submitted by Acer has shown that the total estimated cost is around 8 million lower than our total estimated cost in preliminary estimate number 2.
Evidence of high price are found in the following element item and may need to further clarify with Acer. The first item is the piling and the pile caps. Second item is the frame and upper slab. The third one, external and internal walls. The fourth one, sanitary fittings. And the fifth one, electrical services. The sixth one is the irrigation, and the seventh one is the preliminaries. While for the evidence of low price are found in the following element item and may need to be further clarified with Acer. So the first item is the staircase finishes. Second is the external finishes. The third one is the swimming pool equipment at penthouse. The fourth one is the car park block, and the last one is the external works.
We are to take note on the market condition as follows just before the tender is called and after the issuance of preliminary estimate number 2. The copper wire increased by 30%, steel bar increased by 15%, and bricks increased by 10%. So we advise that Acer shall increase the rates of particular material only, for example rebar. If rebar increased by 15%, they shall increase the rates of rebar only while building up the bricks. Same goes to bricks and copper wire instead of increasing the total element cost. Detailed build-up rates of those elements shall be shown by Acer Sdn Bhd. And Acer will be advised to revise their cost during the tender interview, or they shall make further clarification for those elements which are at the high side, because 10 to 30% are considered as very significant.
Now, there are some comments about the reductions in preliminary and contingency sums in the preliminary estimate number 2. Based on this table, the preliminary estimate and contingency sums for lower standards in Acer Sdn Bhd was 3.1 million and 8 million respectively, and this amount of sum is occupies 3.26 and 8.42% respectively among the total construction cost. And based on our preliminary estimate number 2, the preliminary cost has been reduced from 15% to 8%, which is around 7.9 million, and the contingency sum is reduced from 8% to 5%, which is around 4.9 million. Okay, now based on this table, it is advisable that the Acer Sdn Bhd to make some adjustment in the tender sums with an increase of 3% of preliminaries to approximate 8%, as well as the further reduction for contingency sums from 8% to around 5%. In these conditions, we can add a 3.7 million in the preliminary sums and as well deduct a 3.7 million in the contingency sums. and therefore the rationalize of tender price shall be emphasized and rationalized during the tender meeting without affecting the original tender price.
Okay, now I'll be presenting for the tender reports. The tender report will comprising of the general comments and the pricings on the tender results. Okay, now we're going into the summaries and findings. Based on the tender submissions and supporting documents, final assessments based on the commercials and technical capability for the apartment project will be summarized as follows. As you can see from the table, we have compared it with the tenderers that submit the tender, which is Excel Cerebral Hearts, Excel Cerebral Hearts, and Rasco Cerebral Hearts. The rating system will full score shall be 35 points. And from here, no information will be computed as 0, weak will be computed as 1, below average will be computed as 2, average will be computed as 3, good will be 4, and strong will be 5. Okay. In terms of price competitive, Excel Cerebral Heart has scored the highest, which means Excel Cerebral Heart has the lowest standard price. Okay, in terms of company cash flow, Rasco Cerebral Heart has the highest paid-up capital, which I computed it as 5. In terms of technical capability to commence work, Rasco Cerebral Heart has the highest experience, which means he has the highest technical capability. So I computed 5 for Rasco Cerebral Heart, and then past project performance, all is considered as steady, and ongoing projects for Excel Cerebral Heart has a lot of projects, so I computed it as 0, and Excel Cerebral Heart has no project in hand, so he has the highest score, and then Rasco Cerebral Heart in the average stage. And then the total score will be for Excel Cerebral Heart will be 12, Excel Cerebral Heart will be 18, and Rasco Cerebral Heart will be 17. After the rating system, as I mentioned just now I will further go into detail. The tender price. Excel Cerebral Heart has the lowest standard price, which is approximates 114 million. And company cash flow, Rasco Cerebral Heart has the highest paid-up capital, which is 20 million. To commence for projects. And in terms of quality of works, Excel Cerebral Heart has the highest computed in ongoing project, which means Excel Cerebral Heart do not have project in hand. So Excel Cerebral Heart can focus on this project. This can be assumed that the company can produce highest quality compared to other companies. In terms of technical capability, based on the working experience of 30 years, we shall assume that Rasco Cerebral Heart has the highest size of technical capability. It is not necessary to have the excellent working experience for establishing the apartment project that may lead to higher payoff. It is much more suitable to have average experience to carry out the work due to the less special conditions to attribute for the apartment projects and eliminates higher costs to be paid off for the works. After the finding and summaries, now I will compare of the final summaries. The following are the tender results tabulated in the ascending order. So we will compare based on the lowest price tender. As you can see, Excel Cerebral Heart has the tender sum of approximate 140 million. So we compare all the prices with the lowest price tender. So Excel Cerebral Heart has 3 million, and Rasco 8 million, and Quantity Surveying 7 million.
Among all the tenderers, Excel Cerebral Heart has the lowest tender price of 140 million, with a fixed completion period of 48 months. And with a payout capital of 2 million ringgit, it might suffer from cash flow if the employer may delay the payment. And with 5 years of working experience, the tenderer might not be competent for this job, and it has a lot of current work in hand. The next tenderer is Acer Sendirian Berhad, and it is the second lowest tender with a price of 170 million and with a fixed completion period of 48 months. And with a payout capital of 10 million ringgit, which is 8 million more than Acer Sendirian Berhad. And with a 15 years of working experience, meaning that it can achieve a better workmanship in terms of quality, and it has no current job in hand now, meaning that it can focus fully on the tender project. The last tenderer is Raksos Sendirian Berhad, in which it is the highest tenderer among all, and with a tender price of 122 million and a fixed completion period of 48 months. And it is considered the tenderer with a most payout capital of 20 million, which is more than the Acer Sendirian Berhad and Acer Sendirian Berhad, meaning that it does not face any cash flow problem. And with a 30 years of working experience, it can be assumed that it has a lot of workmanship and capable of completing the project. And the current job in hand is average, meaning that it won't sway too much away from the current job. As a summary for the comparison between the tenderers, it is shown in the table. You can see that Acer Sendirian Berhad is the lowest tenderer among all, and with a payout capital of 2 million and a working experience of 5 years and a lot of current job in hand. And the second lowest tenderer is Acer Sendirian Berhad with a payout capital of 10 million and working experience of 15 years and non-current job in hand. And lastly, Raksos Company is the highest among all the tenderers with a payout capital of 20 million and working experience of 30 years and current job is average.
Now I will go into final recommendations. So the recommendations will be award to the Acer Sendirian Berhad with the total tender sum of approximately 170 million. The fixed completion step will be 48 months, and Acer Sendirian Berhad has 8 million payout capital, which is higher than Acer Sendirian Berhad, and Acer Sendirian Berhad has a 15 years of working experience. Next, Acer Sendirian Berhad has no current jobs, which creates a better quality because Acer Sendirian Berhad has no project in hand. Therefore, he can focus on these apartment projects, so it will create a better qualities. And now I will talk about the price assumptions. Raksos Sendirian Berhad offer 738,000 ringgit. Is slightly higher than the price prepaid by YSA QS Consult Sendirian Berhad, which means this sum is higher than the client's expected budgets. And then next, Acer Sendirian Berhad is 5.5 million lower than Raksos Sendirian Berhad. Okay. Lastly, Acer Sendirian Berhad's offer tender sum is 4.7 million lower than YSA QS Consult Sendirian Berhad, which means Acer Sendirian Berhad has offered a price standard which is within the client budgets. However, we reserve the final decision for the Group Office of YWP Developer Sendirian Berhad.